Hey there, AP Psych. I am just making this video to update you on a few online learning announcements regarding AP Psychology, but also just to say that I'm thinking about you. So it's been a strange week for us teachers. We've been working overtime to get ready for this online learning adventure. I'm fairly excited about it. I think it's going to go well, but I miss having you in class. I miss our joking around with you third hour, and I miss just seeing you guys every day and having you as students face to face. So know that during this time when we are online learning, I'm still here for you, even if we're not seeing each other every day. Know that you can reach out with anything that you need, not just with AP Psych, but just life in general. Okay. So I am here for you. I care a lot about all of you. I miss having you every day in class, and we'll just have to wait this out and make the very, very best of it, which I think we can. Okay, but keep communicating with me. Let me know how you're doing, not just when you're struggling, but when you're doing really well too. Okay, I want to hear from everyone regularly, because I miss having you in class. All right. So here's a few announcements with AP Psych. Okay, the first is that the exam is still the same day, May 12th. We can do it. Okay, don't panic. We got this. The College Board offered to move exam dates. However, AP Lang and AP Psych are the same time, the same day. Doesn't help us out, right? So we're going to keep it the same date, May 12th. The College Board is ever changing, figuring out how they're going to do this. I will try to keep you updated without overwhelming you on how often the College Board changes their mind in announcing new things. So right now, May 12th is a target date. We're going to be taking the test, and we will be ready for it. Okay, I'm not worried about it. I looked at the calendar, made some adjustments. Our next unit is motivation, emotion, and stress. It is a large unit. I think it spans 3 textbook chapters. So we'll be working hard in the next unit, and then it's cognitive psychology, which used to be called abnormal psych. So it's all about psychological disorders, and then we'll do social psychology. Okay, but we will get through everything. We can do it. I'll still provide you with the unit overviews and all of that kind of stuff. We will be still doing our textbook readings. So if you did not bring a textbook home, you need to come get one. Please let me know if you did not bring your textbook home, because I can get you one. And we will continue on as normally as possible. Okay, so we can do this. AP exam date is May 12th, and we're going to be ready. All right. I personally think if there's ever time to get a 5 on the AP Psych exam, it'd be this year, because you all of a sudden have a ton of extra time on your hands. Okay. You can do well on this. Okay. You just have to be disciplined. You have to be self-motivated, and you have to want to learn this stuff. Okay. One of the great either challenges or opportunities, depending on how you look at it, with online learning is that the responsibility is shifted away from the teacher and more on the learner. Okay. So you need to be motivated in our learning. You need to take responsibility, and you need to have some self-discipline to do this. Okay. All of you have that. So I'm not worried about you. I think we will do well on the AP exam as a class, because you are a motivated bunch. All right. So I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be either. We just got to keep up with our learning and make the best of this. Okay. But I took AP Psych online as a high schooler, along with quite a few other AP classes online my senior year, and actually kind of enjoyed it. So we can do this. All right. There's a bunch of different resources for studying. I'm going to first show you something called Exemplar. So this is a resource that was made by an AP Psych teacher. It is now available with, I think it was paid before, maybe not, but it is a free resource. So if you go to, and I'll post this on Classroom, but exampler.com, and then enter in, I think you have to make a account, but then you'll enter the code CTTI, and that gets you into my Classroom. So I then have, let's see, I guess I have 3 ones made. I don't think these are actually done. I think I was playing around with these, so I might delete those. But anyway, Unit 6 is what you need. This has some of the key terms from the Unit 6 overview that work well for this type of flashcard. So this is kind of like a Quizlet, but way, way better, okay? And I'm gonna show you them. So once you get into my Classroom, you should see this flashcard set. And I don't know what yours looks like, but it probably looks something like this with practice. And then over on this sidebar, you see all of the terms that are there, okay? Now, the beauty of Exemplar is that it is, well, I guess it's kind of like Quizlet, in which you make your flashcards and people are constantly like tweaking them and editing them. So I will say here that I don't have full control then over like the content in these flashcards. So you need to use your best critical thinking skills and like evaluating these flashcards and whatnot, but there's still a tool that I want to make available to you. Okay, so let's go to schemas. You just click on a term that you want to look at. Okay, if I look at schemas, for example, here's the traditional flashcard part. It has the term and the definition. So a schema is a cognitive framework or concept that helps organize and interpret information, okay? That's like your textbook example. But then I like that it gives you examples so you can actually more fully understand the definition. So a Persian schema for a horse may be that they have 4 legs, a mane, and a tail. And then it gives you a couple other examples as well, okay? Once you read through that, you click got it. And then what I really like is that it gives you some practice for FRQs. So if you start, it gives you 10 examples that students and teachers have written to help you make sense of this word beyond just like regurgitating the definition, which doesn't always, as we found, help us. So you use your arrow keys and press this way for if it is an actual example. This way, if it's a non-example, meaning it's like an example of actually something else. Up, if it's just a different way to say the definition of the term. And then the down, which you probably can't see here, but the down is actually says garbage. So if it's like a terrible example that someone wrote, or if it's a like has really, really bad grammar or something like that, you vote it down for garbage. And eventually, if there's enough garbage ratings on that specific example, they take it off the website, okay? So I'm going to just quickly go through these. She had obtained a schema to hate loud music or loud noises. That's a non-example. So then it'll tell you correct. Go through these quick. I'm going to like click through these really quick. Sometimes you'll see when they go through it, it'll say like thanks for voting instead of correct or incorrect. Maybe I can get here. It didn't give me one, but that just means that the card is newly made by a teacher or student, and so it's being evaluated. So once you go through all of those, you click next step, and then you can add your own example, or you have to add your own example. So if we add an example of this schema, submit it. And then it has you also choose a non-example where they just flipped out 2 vocab words for schema. So I don't know, you can just kind of click through ones and see what you think. Let's try this one. So this should be secure attachment. So secure attachment is when a toddler seeks comfort from a parent after falling and hurting themselves. It's obviously not schema. So I'll just go ahead and submit that one. And then that kind of goes into the card deck for examples and non-examples for other students when they go through it. So the more that students use this website, the better it gets. All right. So then you return to the list and you just pick another one. And it tells you if you've gone through all 3 steps of each one. I hope that helps. Again, I have not vetted like every single word on here, like that it is useful or not. So use your judgment, of course, with like literally any resource your teachers give you, right? But I think this is really helpful in taking those flashcards one step further to actually have them help you with the applications. Okay, so that is that. I will post more exemplar sets for other units as I get a chance to make them. All right. Other than that, next week's plan, let's talk about. Monday is going to be a study day. I'm thinking about a virtual meeting through Google Meets at 1 p.m. To go over key terms and then to look at Freud a little bit more. So if you haven't done that reading, do that, please. Please, once you've watched this video, comment on the links whether or not 1 p.m. on Monday works for you. Okay, because if not everyone can meet at that time, we will reevaluate. We'll pick a different time. I won't have like super regular Google Meets, just because I know that's really difficult for everyone, but I think they are useful as we start out here, okay? And they're probably pretty useful for review sessions, okay? Tuesday, we'll take the Unit 6 test. It will be posted on AP Classroom. They have a secure browser so that I see if you are cheating or go off or something like that. So it's a secure way for me to post the tests. And then FRQs will be posted as well through Google Classroom for you to do, okay? Not a normal testing environment. I just ask you to be honest, so that you can maintain the integrity of the class and be prepared for the AP exam, okay? Also because I trust you. Don't break my trust and cheat, okay? So I just ask you to be honest there. And then Wednesday, we will start Unit 7, which is pretty exciting, okay? So the Unit 7 materials and Unit overview and whatnot will be posted pretty soon here, all right? So we got this. Don't worry. We're going to make the best of this. You're going to be ready for the AP test, and we can do it, okay? So before you continue on with your day, comment down below this whether or not a 1 p.m. Google Meet on Monday works for you to talk about Freud and to answer any questions and do some reviewing, okay? And then I will also post some other resources. All right? Keep in touch. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys later.